Hello, lovelies. It's Tarot Tam. All right, we are back to the full-on camera angle. I don't know what we're gonna do ultimately long-term, but I love seeing you guys, and I love the idea of you guys seeing me, although I think it was kind of cool to see all the cards on the table. But as you can notice, I have arranged the camera in a way that you can still see the table a little bit. And so that is going to be kind of cool. My gosh, I already started recording without pulling out my second deck. I was doing some quick TikTok collective readings. So check me out over on TikTok. Tarot_Tam, same name, and you'll get to see like very quick readings, although they do tend to run like between 7 and 10 minutes. I'm working on it. All right, so happy full moon in Gemini. Oh, you are the magician, my little darlings. Yeah, this is an opportunity to recognize where dualities are showing up, and also try our best to integrate them in ourselves, and also support that kind of integration in others. But as an air sign, you know, Gemini is also about the truth and clarifying our thinking. So if you feel like your brain is in overdrive, that's okay. We are all there together in this Gemini full moon energy. So I just shuffled both of my decks, and so we're going to pull some cards. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels, archangels. What message do you have for this collective tonight? Happy full moon in Gemini. I love full moons. Like, it can get a little loony. Ha ha ha. Loony. Luna. Lunar. It can get a little loony. But what a great opportunity to do, you know, behind the veil kind of work. And we have the Hermit. How incredible. In this last full moon of 2025, a 9-year, forgive these, the reflections of these cards. Let's see if I can maybe do a little something here. Well, I can turn the light down, but it still is hard to see. These cards are so gorge, and they also really reflect light. So, but we have the Hermit card. The 9th, technically 10th, because the Fool card is a 0. We start with a 0, a non-number in the tarot deck. But the Hermit card is a 9 card. This is a 9-year. And so a lot of you have gone internal, and you have done a lot of personal reflective, self-reflective work this year. Maybe a lot of shadow work, trying to understand your triggers, but also maybe you've done some like pouring into yourself to restore your own capacity. So let's get some more cards out on the table so we can understand this. 10 of Wands. So yeah, I think this maybe has been some restorative work. But the 10 of Wands also, the 10s in tarot also represent the closing of a cycle. And the 10 of Wands really reflects this sort of idea of being burdened, encumbered by lots of responsibility, a lot of tasks, And maybe you have gone internal to take stock of what really is yours to hold and what wands you can set down. Then we have the strength card, which is the number, what's strength? 8. So we go from 9 to 8. So we have 9, 10, and 8. So 8, 9, 10. They've come out not necessarily in chronological order, but they're all out here. But the strength card, maybe you are learning how strong you are. Then 9 of Cups. So you definitely are on this journey of pouring into yourself. So you have maybe been carrying a lot of burdens for a long time, a lot of responsibility for a very long time. And you've grown weary. And this year has been about going internal to really ask yourself, what do you need? And what is actually yours to hold and carry? What belongs to someone else? What belongs to past generations? I think that for a lot of you, you've been doing some generational work. You have been doing generational healing work, karmic healing, pouring back into yourselves. And in doing that, you've really discovered how strong you are. And what my wish for you is that you've also been able to identify how strong the people who came before you were as well, and maybe found some peace in that. What I'm picking up is that for a lot of you, you have felt some resentment for people, for ancestors, for family members who maybe are on the other side because they did not, or family members who may still be on this side who did not prepare you, or they handed you these burdens, these responsibilities that you feel like were not your own. But I think that through this healing work, you have not only identified how strong you are, but you've also identified how strong they were. I have evolved into my true form, which is I am a fae. So yeah, you have these 9 cups. You have been able to fill and keep full. For a lot of you, you inherited some generational beliefs around scarcity, but also held some generational beliefs around responsibility to others, even when maybe that was not appropriate. And giving of one's self to the point of depleting your own cups. So this hermit mode where you've really been evaluating what is yours and what is not has also provided space and opportunity for you to evaluate your own emotional well-being, the hygiene, your mental health hygiene, and the hygiene of your self-talk. And you have poured back into yourself, and you have taken the necessary steps to ensure that you do not deplete your own cups. So for many of you, what is on the horizon is justice restored, balance, and also celebration, like consummation of these learnings, but also potentially like a consummation of what brings you, something that brings you emotional fulfillment. That is too many cards, but the King of Pentacles just showed himself. So Queen of Swords, a part of this journey has been what I'm getting is yin and yang, which also the four of wands is like 11-11 energy. You guys have heard me say this before. You've already heard this from me. 11-11, because the 2 wands and the 2 wands looks like an 11 and an 11. But more than anything, it's just that the imagery is like even on this side, even on that side, equal, right? On one side and the other side, they are balanced. So it is common for readers to to home in on the ways that this card represents balance and justice and equity. I will go one step further in saying that this represents balance that also creates a portal to what is just and what is deserved. And so for someone who has a balanced heart, which that is the idea of like, when you get to the pearly gates and Peter is like reading your name and it's like, oh, you had some failings, but your good deeds outweighed those. Or even when you go even further back in ancient Egyptian mythology, the weighing of the heart against the weight of a feather to determine like how light of a life you lived in terms of not burdening others and not harming others. It all represents like this idea of balancing the scales, and what is ultimately just is that you get your true heart's desire if it is deserved. And so I think all of that is represented in this Four of Wands card. And as you can see, like above it is this sort of angel that is wearing a toga and is very similar to the imagery of, the mythological representation of justice. Yeah. And so with that, yes, comes this Queen of Swords, who is also representative of this very well integrated energy in that she is a truth teller. And she is honest and fair and just. And she does not sacrifice her motherly, nurturing energy to tell the truth. She tells the truth with love and care, which is very balanced and even. And that's why I got a little excited when I started speaking earlier. To me, this is like the yin and the yang. And that's the journey of the Queen of Swords, is to pull together the yin and the yang. It's different than the King of Swords, who is ultimately like the full embodiment of knowing the mind and the truth of the mind and mastering it. So even when things come to the King of Swords to confuse or obfuscate, he can navigate that nimbly and immediately suss out what is true and what is real and what is like executable. But before getting to that, the Queen of Swords is the minor arcana card in the swords suit that is about bringing balance to understanding how to wield truth. So, people, that common phrase, the truth hurts. The Queen of Swords is like, it does not have to. The truth can be neutral. It can be neutral. I'm so sorry. I hope that I did not harm your ears. I'm so sorry. I'm going to put a disclaimer in the description of this video. It gets very loud at about the 14.5-minute mark. But come on, the Justice card. Justice number 11 coming right out after the Four of Wands and the Queen of Swords, where I just talked about this integrating the truth and compassion. I didn't use that word when I was saying it earlier, but that's really that's the Queen of Swords. The truth, it's compassionate truth. And it makes me think of the Adrienne Marie Brown book, Loving Corrections. That is Queen of Swords energy. Oh, if I could describe that book with a tarot card, that's how I would describe it. Queen of Swords energy. But it's about what is just and what is fair. And you see, what does this lovely creature on this Justice card in the Luna deck, what is she wielding? Scales for balance and measuring. And a sword. Compassionate truth. So we have this whole first row, hermit energy, pouring into the self, identifying your own strengths, evaluating what is yours to hold, what is not, filling your own cups. This second row seems to be very much about balance, justice, balance restored, bringing together the yin and the yang, which also very Gemini, right? So this full moon in Gemini, where we are being challenged to align the two polarities that we may be holding, whatever that is for you. Maybe it's aligning your beliefs around abundance versus scarcity. Maybe it's your masculine, feminine. Maybe it's your dark and your light. But then we have the Knight of Cups. Oh, so this one makes me wonder what this is about. So just like this first row, it starts with the Hermit card. Then we go 10 of Wands, which is like, what's mine, what's not mine? What are my true responsibilities? To Strength, to 9 of Cups. So refilling my cup. So you're on this journey to then come out with something that is meaningful and elevates you, right? So you close out this cycle, elevate it with this 9 of Cups energy. And the second row, that's about 4 of Wands, is very justice, balance, bringing, I really am, the yin yang is like very top of mind. So bringing these together, integrating them, and perhaps what this Knight of Cups represents is that you come out on the other side with a love offer. I mean, I don't know. Then we have Judgment on the bottom of the deck, which you don't see, and then Page of Cups. So that came out in one of the TikTok readings, both of these cards. You watched me shuffle them. I just want to be clear. Okay. Also, I shuffled them in the TikTok videos. But Judgment card being consciously awakening to some conscious understanding of yourself, of the human condition, of like challenges, of temptations, whatever it is. And then Page of Cups, a surprising offering of love and emotion from a surprising source. But let's clarify. And so now I'm going to use my True Heart deck. Is that what this deck is called? It is the Rachel True deck. True Heart. Yeah, we love Rachel True. We stand Rachel True. Come on, The Craft. Who did not love that? I mean, there are 2 movies that made me immediately identify with my inner witch. The Craft and Practical Magic. We were all there for it. And Daughters of the Dust. If you know, you know. Wheel of Fortune. So really, this whole thing is about moving through this whole year has been about turning the Wheel of Fortune, spinning it so that your fortune changes and shifts. So a lot of you have already felt how the wheel has shifted and is bringing in change and a different fortune for you. Let's get one more card just about the overall spread. Ace of Pentacles. Come on. That won't stop coming out tonight. Let me tell you why that keeps coming out tonight. And let me tell you why this Ace of Discs, Ace of Pentacles keeps coming out tonight. Because my darlings, my lovelies, my precious, precious gems that are watching this, there are infinite pentacles, infinite star seeds that the universe wants to hand you. When you are in magician energy, you can have whatever you want. The only thing that the universe asks, the only thing that spirit asks is that when you get an Ace of Pentacles, that you do not covet it, that you do not hide it, that you do not ignore it, that you do not give it away. It is yours and yours alone, and you must do something with it because they are not so precious that you can never get another. I'm telling you that every reading I have done tonight, the Ace of Pentacles has come out, even when I have only pulled 3 or 4 cards. Every single damn reading. I haven't used this deck at all in any of my readings tonight. You just saw me pick it up and pull it out. I forgot to take it out before hitting record. New deck. Shuffled right here. Ace of Pentacles comes out. Okay. All right. Let's clarify this first row. This Hermit, 10 of Wands, Strength, and 9 of Cups story. 8 of Swords. 8, Strength. 8 of Swords. It's the only Swords card that has come out. So just as I said that you did some shadow work, some deep shadow work, some deep generational trauma healing, karmic healing work, it revealed to you that you were caught in a prison of your own mind. And all that the way to get out of that prison is to go internal and do shadow work. That's the only way you can do it. But you went from this 8 of Swords to strength, to being very clear about your own strength and the strength of those who came before you. That keeps coming up. I got it, Spirit. That was an important part of your learning. Was not only your own strength, but acknowledging the strength of the people who came before you, even if you felt for many years like they failed you. What else about this first row? Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. You had to do this personal inventory. So these 10 wands that you've been carrying, you had to do this personal inventory to understand that each of them was originally an Ace of Wands. And maybe it was an Ace of Wands that people never turned into something, like transmuted into something, or alchemized into something, or manifested into something. And a lot of times the generational baggage that we carry is the result of people receiving divine intervention, but because of life's challenges, the human world experience, ideas of lack, scarcity, identity issues, social issues. I mean, this is real. This is the real part of living here in this 3-dimensional world, is that like life throws weird shit at you. You know, maybe you come from a family that is descended from many generations of experiencing systems that existed to crush their existence. And so imagine being handed a divine inspiration to do something out of the box that took a lot of risk, that maybe would have taken access to resources that felt so out of reach. That would feel like a burden. And I'll tell you just my own personal story that, yeah, I come from a family that is a part of the legacy of the transatlantic slave trade. So there are absolutely people that lived while I have lived who had such challenging conditions that even though they experienced moments of brilliance and moments of feeling creatively inspired, that inspiration felt like a burden, because it felt like, why give me this thought and this idea, God, and know that I have no idea how to turn it into something? And so that's the first Ace of Wands that goes into a knapsack that starts to feel like a heavy burden. And then that gets handed down and down and down and down. I feel like, Spirit, you're killing me here. But these clarifying cards are clarifying some of the work that you unpacked. I just want to get one more clarifier about this 9 of Cups. So 5 of Wands. And so much wands and swords to clarify. So really, in order to get into this 9 of Cups energy, you had to address this need to understand other people's behaviors. What was depleting your energy was spending so much time trying to understand why people do the things that they do. Why people around you were behaving how they behave. And then also what was depleting your energy was trying to anticipate other people's behaviors and reactions. One more clarifier on this 9 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Wow, so much of this work to unpack this was also blocking love from coming in. What ultimately has unblocked that is you pouring into yourself emotionally. So before this, because you were holding all these burdens and because you were so mentally bound up and confused about how you should spending your energy trying to anticipate for others and holding lots of responsibilities, even ones that don't belong to you, you had some warped ideas about love, like someone has to come in and save me. No, you save yourself. You fill your own cups, and then you have a full cup. You actually have your choice of your own cups to offer to someone else. And ideally that person's coming in also with at least 9 cups. Really, the 10 of Cups is when you have a partner that's keeping them all full. But okay, makes sense that Knight of Cups is at the end of the second row. Okay, all right, you're talking to me. So 4 of Wands, Queen of Swords, Justice, all about balance and integration. We have the Emperor card. Mastery. I'm just going to say that. And the Emperor keeps coming out today. That's another card that keeps coming out today. Okay? You've been coming out a lot, no matter what deck I use. Aries energy, you see the 2 rams on the shoulders. Someone that really knows their mind. Undeterred, but they are undeterred because they have mastered all the elements. The Tower moment, 17. I wouldn't be surprised if the Star card came out. But In the context of this second row here, Four of Wands, Queen of Swords, Justice, ending with the Knight of Cups. I think that this Emperor is someone else's energy. God, in the last reading I did when the Emperor came out, I said I wish for you that you own your own Emperor energy, but I do think that this is someone else. I think you have an Emperor coming in. And don't be alarmed by the Tower card. I think it's like you have stripped yourself down to the studs and you're like building back up from anew. Then we have the King of Swords just pop out. Tell me about this King of Swords. Is this the Emperor? Is this someone else? Ooh, baby, you might have multiple people. Two cards came out together. Six of Discs and the Star. I said the Star card's gonna come out. That's who came out. Okay. Well, there's someone that is gonna activate your like childlike nostalgia. Oh, I did say Knight of Cups, Judgment, Page of Cups. You're gonna have this surprising love offer. Okay. Someone is going to make you feel childlike whimsy. Childlike whimsy. And it's not that they are going to be your star, but you're going to know that this is the person because you will be in pursuit of your star. Have you ever seen the... Oh, I'm going to watch that. Oh, I'm going to watch that this weekend. The movie Stardust with Michelle Pfeiffer and Claire Danes and Robert De Niro and like so many people in that movie. So many people in that movie. When is his name Tristan or Tristram? Tristan. When Tristan is like in pursuit of the star, he's looking for the star so he can take the star to this girl that he thinks he loves, but he falls in love along the way. That is what's going to happen. But who is this King of Swords? Four of Swords. Shit. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to curse. I think you have a King of Swords. The Star is also Aquarius energy. Emperor's Aries energy. This person has Aquarius and Aries zodiac placements, like prominent zodiac placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Or maybe, what planet rules Gemini? Fudge, I don't know. Maybe Gemini's ruling planet is placed in Aquarius or Aries. But you also have this King of Swords, which could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this King of Swords has been in a resting state and had to come to their own realization about their truth, and their truth is how they feel about you. Ten of Cups, King of Pentacles. I keep saying he because it's King of Swords, but it's not necessarily a he. They had to go into like a rest meditative state to really come to their own truth. A part of that is that they felt like they had to do some building financially or just materially. And this is how they feel about you. This is how they feel about you. You are their Ten of Cups. Is this the Emperor? Who is the Emperor? The Devil. Ah! Oh! Okay, this is someone that you are just lustful for. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not going to show you these cards. There's nudity on these cards. These two. I did show you a star a little bit. Okay, I'll flash it a little bit. Don't kill me, YouTube. Devil card. Let me see. Are they covered? Yeah. Devil card. Temptation. Lust. Bad habits. That's the Emperor. Okay. Alright, what am I going to clarify about this Emperor? Alright, the King of Swords is an air sign. Emperor, a prominent Aries placement. Nine of Wands. This is someone who either carries this kind of wounded warrior energy, or this is someone from your past. This is someone from your past. Oh, and that's why the like balance restored and justice. Okay, Temperance, which is also a sort of like balance oriented card under a full moon. It looks like the sun, the light of day, but it isn't. It's nighttime. It's like a blood moon. Temperance. Justice. Queen of Swords. Integrating yin yang. 11, 4 of Wands. This Emperor hurt you. And what you have on this side, which is like leading to this Knight of Cups, is like after a Tower moment, this King of Swords, King of Discs. That came out as a clarifier after the Six of Discs. They make you feel such nostalgia. And they will come along as you're pursuing your star after this Tower. But I think this King of Pentacles came out because it came out with the Four of Swords because they had to really go within, meditate, get clear about their mind. And they love you. They feel that they need to up their material world standing. But you are their Ten of Cups. And so Temperance came out with this Emperor. Something. Empress. You still feel like this person is your like match. Five of Pentacles. There's like distorted energy with this person though. They see you as this Empress. They are in... Well, the Emperor card came out upright, but there's something about this Emperor that is off. Because the Devil card, this Nine of Wands, energy, wounded, shadow self, which that's another reason I freaking love this deck. This is such a great representation of the Nine of Wands. It's like every time you got hurt, it fragmented you, and there's a shadow of yourself with every single wand. And then this Five of Discs card, this sort of I feel alone as I plod, it's a hard slog trying to make these Five Pentacles grow. In this beautiful field of flowers, by the way. And then Two of Discs. This Emperor is so messed up in the mind. They know you're an Empress. They have the capacity to be an Emperor, but they are like Two of Pentacles. They are on this tightrope, bouncing back and forth through, what do I want? What do I want? What do they want? What do I want? Temperance card. Tell me more about this Temperance card. 3 of Wands. Is this them or you? 3 of Wands, Temperance. 3 of Wands is like clarity about what action I want to take. I'm just waiting for my... Oh, look at how the star in the sky. So this is definitely a moon, because the Temperance card is always at night, but it looks so bright and like daytime. Well, it's not always at night, but I think this is nighttime, because you see that lighthouse is glowing and lit up. This is daytime, but the sun looks like the moon. Anyway, is this Temperance and 3 of Wands? Is this the collective, or is it this Emperor who is confused? He does not know he is an Emperor. He knows you're an Empress, or they know. It's, you know what I'm saying, okay? I'm saying he and you, and you may use he, him pronouns, but this Emperor is not you, okay? So it's someone that is in this like bulldozer kind of energy. That's the Emperor. 3 of discs. 3 of Wands, Temperance. 3 of discs. Learning, apprenticeship, work through community. I feel like I'm losing the plot a little bit. Okay, I was trying to understand if the Temperance 3 of Wands was you or this Emperor. 7 of discs, the Hierophant. It's this Emperor. Like, they are on such a journey. They are looking for community. They are trying to find their way. They know where they want to go, but they still are just on the shoreline. 7 of Pentacles. Hierophant. I think this is like, do you wait for this person to get... Crossing this energy is 4 of discs. So the 7 of Pentacles, 7 of discs is like you're working, you're creating discs, you figured out how to do this and replicate it, and you're still defining what your long-term goals are. Right? There's something that's aspirational about this, the 7 of discs, and like I'm still trying to understand what I think I can grow this into. And then the Hierophant, which is this elevated, evolved, spiritual being. I don't think that person is there yet. They have so much potential. This is like what keeps coming up for me. Even with this 3 of discs, they have so much potential. Maybe that's why you brought this Tower moment. But they see you as an Empress and themselves as an Emperor, and that you are counterparts. So 8, the Strength card. Do you have the strength to either continue to let this be the past, or the strength to wait for this person to come along? They are behind you. Tell me about the Empress. Tell me about the collective and the Empress. Dang, I thought that I could make this like 30 minutes, but this got confusing. You have these 2 energies on the table, and this person wants to fucking talk. I'm so sorry for the F-bombs, but they really want to talk to you, but they won't talk to you. So I asked, tell me about the Empress, Queen of Cups. Like you are divine, love. You are divine, and they freaking know it. That's how they see you. you are like, scrumdiddlyumptious to this person. Why are you only talking to me but not to the collective? Like, maybe you should say this to the collective. All right, I'm using the other deck because I want to also clarify that. The Emperor. This person, and it may be a he, she, they, they keep saying, I am their emperor. I'm their emperor. Why can't they just come to me because they are the emperors and I know it, and I know I am their emperor. That's what they are saying. I am their emperor. Just come to me. But this person is stressed out. Okay. Spirit, tell me about this Emperor. The Emperor is just stalking me today. Actually, all week. Seven of Pentacles. They're like, I'm making pentacles. I'm doing it. But they still haven't come up with their long-term plan. It's like, okay, yeah, you did this, and you still are figuring out how you want this garden to look long-term, like after this season, for example. Like, that's the best way I can put it. Like, this person has grown a beautiful garden and they have harvested it, but it's like, okay, long term, you want, this person wants you so bad, but they don't have any long-term plans. Like, are they scared? But they're an emperor. That's why they keep being, but I'm an emperor. But I'm an emperor. I do know how to do this. The Fool. But if they could do this, if they could be a fool, if they could leap, would they? Then they wouldn't be so stuck, right? Or this person hasn't gone beyond that? Okay. I can't dwell here. I'm sorry. It's because I want to resolve this. I want to understand. All right, we have to wrap this. We got to wrap this up. This is so intense. The Chariot, the Star, Knight of Pentacles. The Chariot is fast moving. The Knight of Pentacles is not. And then the Star, Aquarius energy. This is the second time that I'm saying, because the Star came out. Second time I'm saying Aquarius energy. But this is you pursuing your own star. Well, maybe you have a prominent Aquarius placement. Wherever your Aquarius is, wherever you have a prominent Aquarius placement, if you have a planet in Aquarius or a stellium in Aquarius, so multiple planets in Aquarius, or whatever house Aquarius is in your birth chart, that's, I think, what this Aquarius represents. So if you have Mercury in Aquarius or Mars in Aquarius, that tells you a little bit about your yin and your yang. If Venus is in Aquarius, that's what this one represents. But this one is about this Emperor. Maybe the Emperor is in Aquarius or has a prominent Aquarius placement. This person is freaking confused because you have the Chariot and you have the Knight of Pentacles. They move at polar opposite speeds. They want to rush in, but they also don't. They don't know what the F they want to do. They do know their heart is like, jump, jump because we love them. I don't know. This person is stressing me out. I'm stressed. This person's pissing me off. Tell the collective. 7 of Swords. They are moving deceitfully. I mean, you can't, they don't trust their own mind, so you really kind of can't trust. Not, I'm not saying like the person's a liar or like, oh, they're terrible people. They probably are not. They're very scared. They're just scared. They're just scared. But they don't know their own mind, so you can't. I'm going to pivot. Okay? Oh, this is such a long reading. I don't know. I hope you're sticking with me. That's all I got to say. Who is this King of Swords that just thinks you are the 10 of Cups? Let's do this. Page of Pentacles. So that's a different kind of Pentacles energy. 7 of Wands. Oh, this person wants to defend. Oh, this person is like, I will fight for this. I will fight for this. Page of Pentacles. So they are a novice at this pentacle stuff, but they will nurture the heck out of it. But this King of Pentacles came out. So I think that's what they want to be. Oh, maybe that can be unlocked if they can just stay the course here. Tell me more about this person. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, they're real anxious about Pentacles. So this Emperor is not so anxious about Pentacles, but this Emperor cannot figure out how to be clear about long term. I'm noticing no cups are coming out aside from that 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. They see you as a 10 of Cups. But these mofos are stuck on some 3D world stuff. Do they have a lot of earth placements? Okay, one more, maybe 2 more cards about this King of Swords. Queen of Wands. They got the hots for you, baby. They got the hots for you, baby. And you got the hots for them. Queen of Pentacles. They also see you as this. Queen of Pentacles. So both of these came with like counterparts. So there was the Emperor here. This Emperor who is like, but I'm an Emperor. The Emperor card came out twice. And the Empress came out. Queen of Cups also came out. But I don't think any other royalty came out over here. Here you had the King of Swords, King of Pentacles. Then you had Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. But Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles came out. Which is like... He sees you as... They see you as the Queen of Pentacles. And perhaps, connecting with your Queen of Pentacles will unlock their King of Pentacles. This Emperor sees you as an Empress and the Queen of Cups. And they see themselves as an Emperor. Yet and still, it's like they don't want to offer you their, I don't know how to put this. They don't want to offer you their emperorness. Like they're like, yeah, I'm an emperor. Like they keep wanting to, they want you to just understand that they are, but they don't want to show that to you. This has been so strange. And we are at 55 minutes. The moon. Trust your intuition. What a beautiful card to be crossing at the bottom of the deck on a full moon. I love that for us. I'm going to pull a Moonology Oracle card. This took us in so many directions that I did not think was gonna happen. But here we are. A lot of air sign energy that we started out with. And all the cup energy came out just to let you know, like, you have some people that are in love with you and you have a love offer that is coming. Your energy is gorgeous, darling. My lovely collective. Your energy is gorgeous. All right. What is our moon oracle for this collective? Full moon, forgiveness. Unbelievable. On a full moon, as we talk about this emperor, I do believe that this emperor is someone that came with some hurt. Like, you know this person. This King of Swords, maybe you've met, maybe you haven't. Okay. Full moon, forgiveness. You need to be more forgiving of someone, or maybe it's you that needs forgiveness. Either way, what you need to know when you draw this card is that whatever you want can come your way. But you have to move through forgiveness first. Resentment causes energetic blockages. Maybe you need to forgive a partner or parent, and once you do, you'll magically release something that is currently blocking your way forward. The full moon is perfect for emotional releases. As all your emotions rise to the surface, all the better for you to face up to them. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you're ready to move on. Explore these ideas in relation to whatever you're asking about, or take them as general guidance. The situation you're asking about will be healed for all once you've let go of rancor and bitterness. There are no guarantees as to the outcome, but forgiveness will be a step in the right direction, and either way, you'll feel better. Oh, there's a little bit more information, but what a beautiful card. I will read this section about the symbol. Life hardly gets any crazier than it does at a supercharged full moon. Get out under the moonbeams and soak it up. But remember to breathe through any emotional explosions. Oh, please. I hope that everyone watching has either gone out to soak up moonbeams or gets to do it in the next 24, 48 hours. More things are coming at me in my subconscious mind. I'm not going to say all of those things, but for some of you, I am sending you so much love and light in the event that talking about this emperor that is very confused and very confusing, if that triggered any like bad feelings, especially in light of the moon oracle card that came out. this card is backwards and it is the Seven of Swords again. How did that happen? Oh, wait, no. Yeah. How did that happen? That's so strange. That person is not being honest with themselves. And it really starts there. I mean, you have to be honest with yourself if you're going to be honest with someone else. And if that person can trust you. Okay, my lovelies. Oh my God, this was more than an hour. But this went in so many different directions. It was, I don't know. Anyway, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Please, please, please leave me a comment. I want to know, did this resonate? Was this weird? Were you also very confused by this Emperor? Anyway, I love you. Please come again. Bye.